That was absolutely unbelievable. Amelia stood up so abruptly that her chair toppled to the floor. So if one day he suddenly decides he wants to play dad, he expects me and my child to just drop everything and move in with him to what? Playhouse? It's a very spacious home. Palatial, even. You won't be disappointed with the setup, but you're getting ahead of yourself. That would only happen if he actually decides he wants to step into the role of being the kid's father. Mr. Cortez's casual demeanor made Amelia's blood boil. Music, she shot him a furious glare. Is my child's father in the mafia? How do I know he's not some drug smuggler or black music market dealer? I can't agree to any deal that might put my baby in danger. My client's work is completely legal and above board, but if it gives you peace of mind, I can add that to the contract. Amelia sat back down, music, and narrowed her eyes, weighing her options. Did she really want to risk tying herself and her child to this crazy mystery man for the next 18 years? However, she could use his financial support since her father had cut her off for keeping the baby. God forbid any complications came up with the pregnancy. How would she afford it all on her own? In her experience, her baby daddy hadn't done one decent music thing for her yet. That probably meant the chances of him deciding to take on the responsibility of being a full-time father, music, were pretty low. Right. Just then, a mischievous smile spread across Amelia's face. You know what? You've got yourself a deal because I hope he does come crawling back into his kid's life one day. That way, I'll finally find out who my baby's bastard father really is. And if he forces us to move in with him, he's going to regret it because I will absolutely make his home life a living hell. So, where do I sign? Part of Amelia thought her child's father would show up the day she gave birth to their healthy baby boy, Max Rivera. He was paying the hospital bills after all, so he had to know the time had come, right? But he never appeared. In fact, 6 years passed in the blink of an eye, and Max's father never made a single attempt to contact Amelia. And that was fine by Amelia because she gradually forgot about him over time and settled into a simple but sweet existence with her son, who was now 5 years old and the center of her universe. Even though her father had cut her off, she stayed in Miami to work on healing her relationship with her family for Max's sake. Over those 6 years, she worked hard to balance single motherhood with college and graduated with her degree in modern languages and an impressive internship with music, Miami's Council of Foreign Affairs. With Max's living stipend and her work as a translator, she managed to afford a small apartment for their family of 2. Music, the building was a little rundown and the landlords rarely fixed anything, but they made it a home nonetheless. Amelia came home from her internship and dismissed the babysitter who had picked up Max from school. She smiled when she saw Max's cute, serious face on the couch. He was concentrating on his favorite TV network, CNN. Amelia shook her head, both proud and baffled to have mothered the only child who would watch a report on the U.S. military's spending for fun. She tossed a throw pillow at him and he lit up. Mom, you're home. He patted the spot on the couch next to him and Amelia, music, plopped down and ruffled his hair. Max, how about we change the channel to something more age-appropriate? Keeping his eyes fixed on the screen, he spoke matter-of-factly. You're an adult. The news is appropriate for your age. I'm talking about you, music, smarty pants. Amelia grabbed the remote and Max spun around. Hey, look. This show plays funny clips of pets that misbehave. Amelia was already laughing at a dancing parrot on the screen. Laughter, Mom, no. This show is like for babies. There was nothing more humbling than being dissed by a 5-year-old, and Max humbled her daily. Amelia often questioned who the adult was in this relationship. Somehow, she'd given birth to a tiny intellectual with a high IQ. But she felt lucky to have a son so sensible and well-behaved, though stubborn as a bull. Amelia tickled Max and he, music, giggled despite himself. Laughter, give your poor mom a break. I worked hard all day doing boring grown-up stuff. Watching videos of tiny cats bullying big dogs brings me joy. Max surrendered. As much as he liked to poke fun at music, his mom, he loved her fiercely. They were two peas in a pod. For the last 5 years, it had been the two of them against music, the world. Just then, Amelia was interrupted by a notification on her phone. Oh, shoot. The food delivery is downstairs. Max gasped in excitement. You ordered ramen? She winked, music, at him. Your favorite. I have to run down to grab the bags. Stay here and don't open the door for anyone, okay? Max called out to her. If the delivery man is handsome, ask him, music, to be your boyfriend. What? Then we would get all the free takeout we want. Amelia shook her head. This kid was obsessed with two things, food and his mother's dating life, the latter of which was non-existent. Between work and raising Max, she had no time for it. Amelia threw on some leggings and a hoodie, then hopped in the elevator to meet the delivery guy. Unfortunately, the elevator had other plans. It jolted and suddenly lost all power, leaving Amelia trapped. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me. She punched all the buttons and tried the call box, but nothing worked. Her phone didn't even have service due to the 4 steel walls surrounding her. She started to panic. Hello. I'm in the elevator. Can anyone hear me? 10 minutes passed and Amelia's shouts for help went unanswered. She worried of music. Max might get scared if she wasn't back soon. At that moment, she cursed her landlords for being such deadbeats when it came to maintaining the building. Another 10 minutes later, the elevator finally came back to life and Amelia rushed straight to her apartment. Max, baby, I'm so sorry. Mom is back. Her stomach dropped when there was no sign of him. Amelia looked in Max's bedroom, the bathroom, and the kitchen. She even ransacked the closets. He was nowhere to be seen or heard. A bad feeling shot through her bones. Max, if you're hiding, come out this instant. This isn't funny. You're scaring me. Amelia ran out into the hallway and bumped into her neighbor. Oh, Wanda, have you seen Max? The old woman looked confused to see her. Oh, you're here. I was just outside and saw Max get into a black car. Sorry, I assumed you were in there with him. Oh my God, Max, fearing her son had been abducted, Amelia bolted out of the building. When she reached the street, a row of 4 black luxury cars were parked outside her building. Their windows were tinted too dark to see inside, so she ran up to one and banged on the car. Max, baby, are you in there? Just then, a hand touched Amelia's shoulder, and a man's familiar voice sounded behind her. It's okay, Miss Rivera. Max is with us. She spun around to find a familiar, stern face looking back at her. It took her a second to place him, but when she did, her panic spiked again. Mr. Cortez. It was none other than her least favorite lawyer. Where is my son? Your son is safe, Miss Rivera. I promise. He spoke gently, hoping to reassure her, but she was on high alert. I want to see him now. How dare you take him anywhere without my consent? You just went into my apartment and abducted him. Mr. Cortez crossed his arms. We were concerned for his safety. When we went in, we found the boy home alone with no adult supervision. Amelia's eyes were wild, as if she might attack him at any moment. The elevator broke down with me stuck inside. I couldn't get to him, but that still doesn't give you the right. The lawyer backed down and softened his voice. You're right. I'm sorry if we scared you. We weren't going to take him off the premises without notifying you, music, but when I tried to call, I was sent straight to voicemail. Amelia looked him dead in the eye. Where is Max? I want to see my child right now. The lawyer gestured to a nearby limo. Max is in the middle car. He is getting acquainted with his father. Amelia's eyes flew open wide. I'm sorry. Did you just say his father? She charged towards the car when a wall of bodyguards suddenly blocked her path. One of the guards spoke. Miss, please step back. We cannot clear you to approach the vehicle, music, until you calm down. Amelia burned with fury. I will not calm down. You can't just take my child like that. Her mind was in chaos. She had always hoped Max's father would appear one day just so she could slap the jerk and settle the score from 6 years ago. But she never thought he'd be so brazen as to do this. The worst part was the bastard had her son trapped in a car and she still had no clue who the hell this man was. Little did she know his true identity would be something beyond her wildest dreams. To listen to the full audio series, install the Pocket FM app now.